Hello and welcome. My name is Esther. So today's reading is just in regards to what you need to focus on, because a lot of people have been going through quite significant loss. So we're just going to ask Spirit, what should you focus on? What should you be deciding for yourself? Thank you, Spirit. So utilizing the Healing Waters Oracle here this morning, and just looking at where you need to shift, because this has been such a changing year and everyone's going through so much. So first and foremost, you got the Healing Lagoon, rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal, it's safe to stop. Beautiful. So here it's really about reattaining that inner honor and grace to allow yourself to kind of recalibrate into your wholeness, especially after loss or change or shifts in your life. So really you're being called to go within and to re-strengthen and recalibrate whom you are, and you're refocusing your concentration or your focus in the right areas that are giving back to your highest good again. So you may need to just really hold the true north, but also hold the kindness of self to just allow yourself to stop for a minute and really pour back into yourself so you can heal. Because we cannot give anything if we're not whole in ourselves. And after loss, it's really important to take that time to grieve, to process, and to move through the emotions, move through what you need to let go of with love and with grace. So the second oracle that popped out for you is the Pearl, Alchemy, the reward at the end, from grit to grace. So beautiful. So you are certainly the pearl, right? The diamond in the rough. And pearls are amazing. They go through an immense amount of, that's the one thing we don't always speak about, is pearls go through quite a significant amount of pressure, and there's all the hardness of the sand or rocks or different elements that get compressed and pressurized into blooming as the pearl. So you are certainly shifting for the better. And this can sometimes be really challenging, because it's hard to know that through this pain, this struggle, this suffering, this loss, that it's actually birthing you into the pearl. It's birthing you into your rewards, right? From grit into grace, and from the hardship and the rebirthing into whom you are. So just hold tight and just know, it's okay. You're going to be okay. And, I'm sending you so much love with whatever loss or hardships you're facing, perhaps financial loss, perhaps relationship loss, perhaps physical loss, loss to a home or environments changing. So, we're just going to get some clarifiers on the Healing Lagoon first. Got excited there. Let's get some info. The Healing Lagoon. So first, we're just going to look at best advice for your recovery and feeling safe to stop, to slow down, and to really go inward into nourishing the spirit. So Spirit, any advice for the Healing Lagoon, please? Best advice. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you. Wow, that's a lot. And this other one flipped over. We're not going to take it, but we're just going to see. Yeah, okay, we'll take it. Wow, okay, so quite the spread this morning. So with the Healing Lagoon, first and foremost, you got the Tower, right? So this is immense change. And sometimes we don't understand the change and the why, but your spiritual team, the universe, especially if you're asking for more or realignments or a betterment in your financials or your life, sometimes that means crumbling away of certain things to make room for the new. So it's about holding faith and trust in what's dying away. And that is not easy. right? That is not easy at all. The tower is really about the higher perspective. It's connected to the crown chakra, which is at the top of the head, right? That's the connection to divinity, to our guides, our guardians, the cosmos, your higher self. And it's about understanding that you are deeply loved. You are never alone, and you can call upon assistance. So the tower brings destruction, a sudden upheaval. It's not easy to move through, but it is guiding you to teach you and to grow you into sharing wisdom and knowledge. It's growing you into whom you really are, because it's shifting away anything that's unaligned or anything that needs to be overcome. Because when we go through challenge and obstacle, we actually strengthen as people, and we become more resilient, we become more discerning, we obtain truer sight into knowing what's best for you and what's not. And so this can be, honestly, really the collapse of the old way of life, and that is not easy. So just knowing that it's safe to stop, it's safe to process, it's actually necessary, because it's like I surrender to the storm, right? The tower is a major arcana, and it's really about surrendering to what is and moving with the flows of where you're being guided. So just pay attention to where you're obtaining help and really hold a lot of gratitude for that. Hold a lot of grace within yourself, because this is where you're feeling probably a haste, right? The Knight of Swords came out. So you're probably feeling like hasty, like, I just want this to be over. I just want to move forward. I just want things to be better. And your heart is grieving, because the Knight of Wands, or Knight of Swords, sorry, is connected to the heart, but it's about big change and opportunities, right? It's about seizing the moment and jumping in and being direct and being willing to for arrivals, departures, being quick-witted, and it's about being honest, right? Honest with the self, and saying, you know, where are you rushing through things, and where can you kind of slow down to really be present in the moment, be present with your day, be present and focused into realigning your sight into those elements that are actually helping you. And so just know that you are strong, right? You are able to be a decisive person. You hold all of these capacities. So just be gentle with your heart, because the Knight of Swords also says that it's someone who gets what he or she wants, right? So it's about trusting in the process of what's crumbling and dying away, because ultimately it's making room for what is coming in that's new, and where you can feel new friendships or new relationships coming in that truly align with you, that truly fit with you. And just holding grace and love and compassion for what's dying away, or what losses and hardships you've gone through, because this is not an easy time for humanity. It's a very chaotic and tumultuous and churning point of time, because we are birthing, we are growing, we are becoming the butterfly, we are transforming. So you also got the Two of Pentacles, and this is all about balance. So Spirit's also saying with this healing, come back into harmony and balance. This is connected to the third eye. It's trust in self. What is it that your body is needing, and where can you come back into hearing and feeling your body? Because the Two of Pentacles is a lot about multitasking and juggling and discerning and saying, oh my gosh, you know, especially if you've gone through financial loss or relationship loss or home loss, or maybe all of the above, or job loss. And it's like this uncertainty of, what do I do next? And how do I move through this? How do I get through this grief, this loss, this pain in my heart? And it's about being skillful and really balancing both how you're nourishing you as well as what you're giving out. And just know, if you don't have a lot right now to give out, then make sure you're nourishing you. Just take a pause, take a break, because until you strengthen yourself, you can't properly even focus on what it is you're wanting to build or where you're wanting to reset your sights, but also where you're able to give to others and to all those you love and to even yourself. So the inpouring and juggling of the balance is really necessary right now. And you probably feel like, oh my gosh, I have so many moving parts, so many things to decide, so much on my plate, and feeling really lost, kind of like an ego death or a resurrection, a rebirth. And that's very normal. That is kind of what humanity's going through right now, is this rebirthing, this brand new time. So it's really about time management and really focusing your sights back into stability amongst the change, right? Finding your grounding in amongst the change. You have that capacity, and Spirit's making that quite clear. So this time to go inward, to rest, and to allow that rest, right? With the healing lagoon. This is about bathing in the healing waters. This is about nourishing your soul, your spirit, your body, your mind. And being gentle and kind to the self. Recovery, time to heal. And it's safe to stop. You got the Queen of Cups, which is so sweet. That's a wonderful, wonderful card. Also very aligned with the third eye and the intuitive. This is making choices based on your sincere feelings and coming back to the heart as well. It's about having your dreams become blooming again and setting your sights into what are your goals. You know, do I need to journal? Do I need to have a bath? Do I need to go for a beautiful walk or nourish my body with healing food? Do I need to connect with friends or family that I trust, that know that they love me? And it's about a choice to really come back to that mothering of self, that inner nurture, the water energy. The Queen of Cups is very water energy. It's very nourishing and nurturing. It's like the mother and child. And so it's like, where can you re-mother yourself and really embrace yourself and blanket yourself in a lot of grace and love and nurturing? You also got the Four of Cups, and this is very much about apathy. Feeling disconnected from your throat chakra, for example, feeling uncertain of how to express, where to go, and just knowing that there's so many tools, there's so much help, even online here, and there's an online community that maybe you can connect to, or resources. If you don't have a ton of money, you can find those resources or those free ways to help your body heal. Go for walks, connect in nature, connect with loved ones, connect with your animals or any animal. Volunteer, help the community, find ways that remind you of your worth and your value and that you are more than enough. You deserve love. You are already loved and you always will be, and you are protected. So it's about coming home to not feeling so much regret. And because the Four of Cups is a lot about missed opportunities, stagnation, delusion, right? And focusing on the negative, focusing on what was, or the regrets, or what was lost, or the pain, or like how we're grieving what we had to let go of, or what we love. And sometimes even when you love something and it gets ripped away from you, that is the most painful, right? And that's where it's like, don't stay in the negative self-absorption and allow depression to only be your way of being. Really come back to the quiet and the wholeness that nourishes your soul so that you can pull out of that emotion and really allow your being to heal, really allow your being to move forward. Because it's a lot about nostalgia and frustration, right? And meditation may be a really beneficial and important element, because you also have Three of Pentacles, and this is about teamwork coming in. This is about your spirit guides are calling you and telling you there's new relationships and new opportunities waiting for you. So you got to raise your energy back into where it can meet you, because this is about learning and studying and growing, right? This is about applying your hard work, resetting your focus, committing to building on your successes, and collaborations with those who align with the same vision that you hold and align with helping you or reshifting you into reattaining that stability, reattaining your attention to detail, and once again obtaining recognition or rewards and rebuilding your foundation, right? When the tower crumbles, which was the first card, it's about all that was not on a strong foundation, or elements in your life that are here to teach you, to grow you, to guide you, to strengthen you. Although it's painful and it's hard to go through right now, and you may feel really uncertain, the Spirit is saying goodness is coming in. So just put in the work, reset your sights on being in the moment, be in your day, be in that moment of this is your task right now. Handle that and then go to the next element. It's about focusing on, rather than focusing on the loss and the pain, try to reset on, okay, how do I move forward? What has this taught me? What is this teaching me? And how can I really honor where I am now and where I need to go and grow? So you've also got the Ace of Pentacles. This is major prosperity that's coming in, right? And this is intuitive. This is also crown chakra. It's about new beginnings and opportunities. So even though it's painful to let go of what we know, because it's what we've known, and it's scary to step into the unknown, this is where all your opportunities are coming in, right? Certain things have to go away so that new can come in. You have to make room for the new. And so Spirit is saying you have new beginnings, opportunity, wealth, and abundance and growth waiting right now. This is about material gain, success, and reaping the rewards of all the plants, all the seeds you sowed, all the good karma that you have done through your life, all the kindness you've overpoured, all the goodness that you've shared, all your talents and your gifts becoming realized now. So it's about grounding, coming back to setting your sights on the potential, your resources, your physical health, resetting that foundation and the priorities, allowing help to come in, the giving and the receiving, because it's all here for you. And this is really about the fertility. It's about the newness. It's about the new beginnings, the opportunities, the success, the wealth, abundance. So really do not lose hope, because when you take time to heal, that's where your prosperity can come in. Spirit's saying the Ace of Pentacles can come in when you allow yourself to heal, because you can't stay in the grieving forever. You can't stay in the crumbling forever. Because you also got the Death. This is a turning point. The Death card is about death and spiritual transformation. It's about dying away to the old and reblooming into the new, right? It's letting go. It's about new beginnings and endings and change. It's about the transition and the release, the cleansing, the purging, the revitalization into knowing your worth and liberation from what was broken or where you were stagnant. You're being called to grow because you're being called into your highest timeline. And the Death card says, I'm willing to let go of a past version of myself. So there you go. It's not easy, and it impacts the heart. This is very much a heart time for humanity. To really release and to surrender to what's crumbling around you or what you're being taught right now. So even mistakes that you're making or mistakes that are happening to you or crumblings around you, it's really to realign you and recenter you into your prosperity, into your wealth, into your highest timeline. So trust the process, because you also got fulfillment and the sun. So both of those are coming in after the death card. It's about when you're allowing and surrendering and allowing the healing, you've got the fulfillment. You've got the Nine of Pentacles. That's the sacral chakra. That's your creativity. That's wishes coming true. That is about reaping the rewards. That's about satisfaction, success, optimism, abundance, allowing the light in, having high self-esteem, confidence. It's about your achievements and your prosperity and your rewards being realized and tangible, and setting your sights high, right? It's also a Piscean energy. It's a very cheerful and joyous and optimistic, satisfying energy. So a lot of goodness is coming in. So do not worry. You also got the sun coming in after that. Another major arcana. The sun is a lot about the I am, the will, ego, identity, your center sun. So it's a lot about freedom and having fun. You know, re-obtain your joy. Reconnect your childlike fun, play, and wonder. Reconnect to your self-expression. Allow good luck and miracles to pour in. Enhance your energy to heal the self so that the outer world can shift. We have a responsibility now for the self. And so it's, where can you change your internal world back into harmony so that you can realign with all that is actually waiting for you? Because the sun is one of the greatest cards in the deck. And it's so beautiful. It's about openness and happiness and truth and fun and freedom. And this is really about the vitality and the confidence of your self-expression. It's about enthusiasm and good luck pouring in. This is major success. This is like making your mark in the world. And it has also a little element here. It says, I shine my light to the world around me, and my radiance attracts more success. Exactly. So shine that beautiful radiant light. Shine it bright. And allow this healing lagoon to embrace you, these healing waters, because so much is going to overpour, domino effect because of it. So just take a minute and be okay not to be okay, but also just, you're safe to stop. You're safe to go within. You're safe to heal. Allow yourself to grieve all the losses, the changes, and these shifting times that you're going through. You also got the pearl, right? So transformation, of course. So the pearl is about alchemy. Alchemy is transforming something like hardships and obstacles and challenges we go through. It's about obtaining the learning, the lesson, and the wisdom. That's alchemy. So you overpour the wisdom of it. You learn and you grow from it. And it retains, that's how you grow stronger. That's how you become better, right? So this is about the alchemy. It's about the reward at the end, from grit to grace. So Spirit, highest advice for the pearl, and what can the collective, best advice for the collective, what they need to know and what's coming in. Oh wow, a few flew there. Brilliant. So one moment, I have to grab those. Okay. So, wow. Okay, so first you got defeat, the Five of Swords, right? And that's a lot with how you feel your communication or your expression kind of got paused, right? And we can shut down, right? When we go through loss or major shifts and obstacles and challenges in life, it can almost put you into a hermit mode, into like shutting down, crumbling, losing hope, conflict, loss, betrayal, tension, manipulations, ego, push and pull within your own ego, other people's egos. It's about resentment and hostility, and it's very hard, facing humiliation or aggression or recklessness, or feeling isolation, or just anger. Like, it's a very hard battling energy. It's where you've gone through a battle, literally, both experiential from your external world, but also what's going on within you. It's like this internal battle of, oh my gosh, what do I do? How do I move forward? Why is this happening to me? All these elements of like really intensified energies and feelings and emotional realms that are quite heavy. This is the alchemy piece, right? So this is what Spirit's saying, is this defeat is what's transforming. So it is what's alchemizing. This is where it's like, okay, with this conflict, let's say, or loss or betrayal or dishonor that you faced or unethical behaviors you've faced or caused, this can be both what you've caused or what you've experienced, right? Same, all in the learning and all necessary, because it's about your growth. So even if it's something you've done, you now need to take accountability and learn from it, right? And that's where we shift to grow better. That's how we become better people. That's how we become wiser. That's how we mature, right? Just like a child goes through tantrums or different things when they go through losses, let's say, of a toy. For an adult, it's not a big deal because we've gone through so many layers of growth and maturity through life, through different experiences, both cause and effect. Whereas for the child, because they're still in a lower consciousness, they need to go through that healing. They need to go through that, it's okay, it's just a toy, all is well. Another thing, it'll heal. And so just like that example of the development even of the human being, this is where you're actually growing wiser, stronger, and more powerful, because you are now growing in your own being and whom you are, how you show up to the world, how you treat others, how you are treated, how you discern, how you hold your autonomy, you give and take, how you hold boundaries, all of it. So it's really about the alchemy of understanding, what am I learning from this? How is it growing me? How is it enhancing my life? Where do shifts and changes need to happen? Where do I deserve more? And where can I honor my worth and my value? But also, where am I needing to shift, perhaps even in treating others with more grace, more kindness, more honor? And also holding resilience, overcoming fears. It's all of those elements that is teaching you. So Spirit is saying, this is where the alchemy is coming from, this pain, this bitterness, this humiliation, possibly self-interest, aggression, recklessness. It's all of this is holding a purpose for the throat chakra, right? And the throat chakra is safety to express, but it's connected to the heart. So how are you communicating both in your words and your communication with the external world through the throat chakra from the heart? And how are you operating in the mind? What is your mind doing? How are you speaking to yourself, and why? Are you self-sabotaging? Are you berating yourself? Are you feeling guilty? Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling sorrow? And it's like, how can you hold that understanding in the mind to shift it, to alchemize it? So this is actually beautiful energy, because you've also got Four of Wands. It's going to bring you into new community. Four of Wands is about happy families and reunions. It's about coming home and celebrations. It's about holding those really strong, genuine and true connections, pure love, pure honor of you, feeling loved and held and protected, and really connecting with your soul tribe. It's about coming together in community. It's about knowing that you are safe to express and show up authentically, because it's going to be received and celebrated by the right people, the right environments, the right working opportunities. All of that's wanting to pour in, as we know, like with the sun and everything that's wanting to come through when you allow yourself to stop and to heal. So really pay attention to your inner world, because there's so much coming in. This is about community and coming together and teamwork and success and prosperity. This is about spiritual growth. And it's all divinely orchestrated in your favor. So just know that there's a purpose to the pain. There's a purpose to the struggle. That's the balance of being a human being. That's a balance of the light and dark, the shadow and the light, the yin and the yang, the masculine, feminine, right and left. You know, that is literally even the Kundalini energy through the chakras, right? It's the two snakes, the masculine, feminine, the divine. It's the interweaving of balance of the two. But the only way you can balance the two is to understand them both for what they bring you, for your highest good. And then you also got 8 of Cups. So this is moving on. This is a moving on card, and it's a lot about feeling, you know, walking away, letting go. It could be abandoning plans, feeling abandonment, and it's about self-discovery and introspection, right? So it's about looking deeper into the self, withdrawal, you know, feeling disappointment, really looking for the truth. So you're now on a journey. You're on a journey forward, and that's quite evident, and it's positive. It's not easy. So my heart goes out to you. So this may be traveling, this may be needing to learn, this may be needing to obtain resources or help that can really bring you back into connecting to your focus, connecting to your direction. And you may be feeling like you had to walk away from everything you know, maybe even a hometown, maybe relationships, jobs, all the comfort zones. So that's not easy, and that takes a lot of courage and resilience. So just know, like, you're more than okay. You're protected, because when you go through self-discovery, introspection, needing to go within, it's okay. You know, you may feel like you want to withdraw. You may feel very disappointed, looking for the truth. Perhaps there's regret there. Perhaps there's just, you know, because this is about the sun and the moon. It's about having to go on a new journey, having to look for where you do belong, look for sites of where you do fit, and feeling really abandoned, perhaps because a lot of what was your community, or was what was your comfort zone, what you've known, is now crumbled away in different forms. So that'll be different for everyone. You'll know what that is for you. But that can be, it is really hard. And Spirit's quite saying like that's why all this healing is coming through. That's why all this inner honor is coming through. That's why this time for maybe a bit of a pause, and it's safe to stop, is really necessary, because this is where you're needing to look deeper. And find the truth of whom you are, what it is you want to obtain, and the healing is necessary to even gain that clarity. So just sending you a lot of love, and just know you're okay. Any advice on this whole spread here, please, Spirit? Best advice for this spread, and maybe what the collective can look forward to. What can the collective look forward to, and best advice on this journey of moving forward, facing their fears, overcoming fears? Thank you. Yeah, so it's definitely a time of facing fears, overcoming fears, needing to really go within, and really just knowing what's coming ahead when you can just really journey forward. Wow! Amazing cards, collective. So don't worry. It's, you know, this too shall pass. That's something that my mom always says to me, is this too shall pass. Whenever there's obstacles and challenges in life, just know this too shall pass. It's just a moment. The energies are really fast in the collective. It's really fast in the consciousness evolution right now. So just know it's fast movement. You may be down one moment, but you're going to rise up. So, because clearly you got Knight of Cups, you got the 3 of Cups, you got the High Priestess, and you got the Hierophant. Amazing cards. So face those fears, do the work, because first and foremost with the Knight of Cups, it's about romanticizing your life. new relationships, new aligned relationships are coming in. Look at this beautiful, the free spirit of the horse behind. So it's about harnessing your free spirit, harnessing your true spirit, and really shining that out and facing those fears and going forward and connecting, romanticizing your life, falling in love with your life again. Look at that sound bowl and this picnic and these roses and handsome gentlemen there and finding new love. But this is finding new love with yourself. This is romanticizing within, right? Because this spread is actually about the self. So it's about you. And so the Knight of Cups is really about write a love letter to yourself. Where can you maybe bring back love to you and remember all the beauty that you are, all the love that you are, all that you offer, how you are a catch, how you are amazing, and fall in love with yourself again. Because with the Three of Cups, it's also about friendship, new collaborations, feeling really free and connected and embraced and loved by those around you, connecting with new people that are really aligned, and connecting with the stars, connecting with, all the purple in this card. It's your intuition. Follow that guiding North Star. Know that your tribe is here. Those who love you, those who celebrate you, those who harmonize with you. It's all coming in. The Hierophant, this is amazing. This is knowing yourself, climbing up the ladder to your success, to your brilliance, to your dreams, to your magic, letting go of fear, really finding that harmony, that balance, that bliss within your being. This is completely blissful. This is someone who really knows, is whole in themselves, is not impacted by the opinions of others, is not impacted by the emotions or the intense energy around them. It's indifference. It's just calm within the storm. It's complete being that light and that guiding force for others, transforming your pain into power. And also the High Priestess. So this is so interesting, collective. We've been getting the High Priestess for you a lot. In fact, I think it's come out in most of the readings lately. So this is, a really huge confirmation. This is where your wisdom is coming online. The balance of the light and the dark. The High Priestess is the balance of the light and the dark. She holds divine wisdom in the higher realms, in the intuition. Her eyes are open even when closed, meaning you have true sight. You hold the divinity and the balance within. Through your obstacles, your challenges, all this pain, this is where your divinity and your magic really births, because this is how you help people. This is how you mature, you grow, and you bloom into the higher self. So we'll just quickly pull an animal oracle here and just see best advice, what you need to know about yourself right now. Animal oracles. Let's see what comes out. Oh, quite a few. That one really wanted to come out, but we'll leave it. A lot. Yeah, maybe we should have only taken one, but we'll take them all. You know what? Take what you can get, right? Because honestly, what a year for the collective. So let's just get all the best advice. Chameleon spirit, act as if. Very good advice. So brilliant. Already shine your light. Act as if you're already in that higher timeline. Move with the changes. Be the chameleon. You are resourceful. You are strong. You are capable. You are brilliant. You are more than enough. And you know this. This is quite evident. Spirit is saying that. It's not easy to go through downfalls and hardships, but so much good is coming. Snake spirit, time to heal. This is also the year of the Ouroboros, the snake, and this reading is really calling you to heal. So this is necessary to move forward. So grace yourself. Don't feel bad because you are shedding the old. You're shedding the old skin. Not easy, very painful. It's even painful for the snake to shed that skin. So just know you're transforming for the better into the brightness, into the newness, into the shiny new coat that you hold, the resilience that you hold. But it's not easy. Wasp spirit, sometimes life stings. Exactly. I think the collective can resonate with that. Yes, sometimes life stings. However, it's necessary. It's a part of your growth. It's a part of what's transforming you for the better. So do not feel alone. Do not get stuck in it. Know that this is a necessary element to really grow you. Seahorse spirit, watch and wait. Exactly. So really come back to the presence, really come back into the moments. Be patient, just one foot after the other. Do not feel like you have to rush through healing. Do not feel like it happens overnight. Healing is fast or as slow as you need it to go, right? Just watch and wait. Just be more present in your life. Be present with your body. Be present with what you need. Cat spirit, claim your independence. Exactly. So really step into reclaiming your independence, knowing you can do it. You're more than capable. You've overcome so much already in your life. And this is just another element that's really wanting to level you up, to be honest. This is a part of the consciousness evolution. It's a part of going through the rebirthing. We have to go through the rebirthing to get to the higher levels. So this is actually a good thing. Claim that independence. Know your value and your worth. You're there. You've got this. So let's just pull one final oracle for just advice on to close out the reading. Advice for your forward movement. I'm going to shuffle a couple times and pull the top because these ones stick unless something falls out, but rarely they, oh, maybe. Rarely they do. Oh, it did. Fabulous. Even better. One flew out. And it's reflect. Reflect. And look at that on the balcony with the butterfly in her hair. So you're certainly transforming, right? And there's new horizons there as well. You may feel alone. This card is quite individualized, but it's warm. It's reflecting on perhaps what was and what's new on the horizon. The sun is setting from the old, but you have that transformation, that butterfly in your hair coming into the new, right? And it's about keeping your eyes open. Joy lives in small places. So really, yeah. And then also goals, right? And self-love here came in. So goals, right? Setting your sights higher, removing yourself out of that cage, out of the stuck energy. Look at all those hot air balloons. Where are you being called to fly to next, to float to next? What is it that your soul is dreaming of? What is it that you would like more of in your life? How would you like your family life or your work life or your inner world, right? This is all about your inner world right now, right? Set a goal, write it down, and release the outcome. Small steps make a big difference. And then you also got, self-love. Once more, this is very much about the inner being right now. So you're truly being called to really focus on your inner being, because self-love is, care for your body. Self-love and self-acceptance are the ultimate acts of self-care, right? Self-love and self-acceptance are the ultimate acts of self-care. Beautiful. So collective. What a beautiful spread today. This is quite beautiful, ultimately. I know that it's not easy on many of you, and I know that everyone is experiencing loss and change and hardship and struggle in so many different forms. And I'm sending you so much love, but just know that it is transforming you for the better. So just trust in it, be gentle with your body, don't put any pressure on healing, and really hold that grace and that love within, because you've got this. You are whole, you are valuable, you matter, if you've made it this far and you've even found this video, that is miraculous in itself, because I'm still so unknown on YouTube. But if you resonate with this, if you can comment or share below, that would be so greatly appreciated. The more that we can come together as a collective and know that we are here for each other, the better, because you're not alone, and you're deeply loved, and you're deeply valuable, and your gifts are meant to be shared. Your light is meant to shine out to the world. You deserve a good life. You are meant for a joyous life. So allow yourself to heal and grasp it. And please comment hearts below if this resonated, and if you'd like to claim this for yourself, saying, yes, I'm ready. I'm ready to do the inner healing. I'm ready to move forward with my highest timeline. I'm ready to set my goals and my sights higher. I'm ready to reflect and also to pour in more self-love. All right? Cheers. Many blessings. Thank you.